What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we began Operation Seraph's Shield and continue to make our way through the Seraph Station. This episode, we have a new augment that we're going to be talking about. This is known as Operator. Very, very simple augment. The way that this basically works is you just shoot things that are glowing, and suddenly they are usable. Scanner is to look at things, Operator is to do things, and the last augment is to put a stop to things. It'll all make sense once we get to it.
Remotely access those red highlighted panels by shooting them. Done. I'm not sure why they're designed like that, and at this point, I'm almost afraid to ask.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange, I gotta admit, but we got a few more to shoot as we go through this room and put this Operator fragment to use. Oh, hi, guys. Here, have that. Hopefully I can kill... Wow, I threw that right over your head, didn't I? Goodness me. Okay, so... we also have a Shrieker over here. I'm going to kill you really quick. Oh, we have two Shriekers. Okay, that's a little interesting. One at a time. There we go. So with all of them dead, let's continue on into this room. We're going to have, I think, Cursed Thrall to deal with, so take them out really quickly. And I love how that it contributes towards arc damage, just blowing the thralls up and then having them blow each other up. So now we're going to want to head on in through this crawl space. Now, you are going to get later points in the quest where you're going to have to find dead exos. First things first, I'm going to shoot that thing to activate that. But if we head further in here, you will there is a spot where a dead exo will spawn that is right about here. This is the only one I remember off the top of my head, but there are more throughout the mission. When we have to come back in here, I will be going and collecting one of those. I'll show it on screen so you can see what it looks like, but it's not any different from the dead exos that we were finding on Europa. So, I guess Europa proper, since this is still technically part of Europa, given where we launched from. But let's take everything out. We still got one more to get. This last one is over here through this crawl space. So let's head on in, and we're going to be taking on some enemies in here. So let me do that really quickly. Oh, Radiance is so nice to have. Oh, I love that additional damage. And you'll notice there is a bit of a gap in the window up ahead. We need to shoot through the glass here and take out that last one. All the locks have been bypassed. Now we may continue. And I can't remember, does it throw more enemies at us when we get in here? I think it throws a few, maybe? But they also might be on the other side of the open door over here as well, now that I think about it. Yep. Take them all out as we go. And then in here is where things get a little bit on the tricky side. So I'm actually going to make my way in here really quickly and dodge the turrets here. So let's do that. I'm able to make my way back into that room if need be. Now let's go. But I know the slowdown is basically over, so it's okay. So we need to kill this guy. And this is where things get iffy. And if I blew it, I'm going to have to restart this entire mission all over again. So hopefully I didn't, but I tried to take my time getting in here with a stupid glitch. So kill you. All right, yes, you did spawn. So if the glitch happens, that servitor will not spawn, and that's how you know that you've bugged yourself out of the mission. It's really weird that you don't find out until you get all the way to this point that it broke, but yeah, it's the one thing I don't like about this mission.
I think I have an idea. Play along. You need to surrender to House Salvation. One of Aramis's captains has put an order to bring you in alive so that he can present you to her as a trophy. Make some noise to draw their attention. It'll help sell the bluff.
She's here? Of course. That must be how Xivu Arath plans on co-opting the Warsat network. The Hive can't do it on their own, so the Witness sends Aramis and her splicers in to assist.
I love this part because everybody goes, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're about to commit a war crime, pretend to surrender, and then kill everybody. Guys, have you played Destiny? Have you played this game? All we're doing is committing war crimes. Okay, I'm going to shoot that. Blow everything up. And here we go. Engineering sector. Let's do this thing. Hrothka, Scourge of the Helium Drinkers. We need to take this guy out. Now, we only need to get him about to half health to actually finish this thing. Don't you worry. We're going to be doing the rest of the job a little bit later on, but let's start by immediately dropping him down to a third of his health, or 2/3 of his health, and then we're going to start taking out all of the fallen here. So let's do this thing. Now, we're going to have all sorts of stuff spawn in here, like Tracer Shanks and Briggs and whatnot. We're going to need to take all of them out. So let's just start killing everything. There. Oh, that's a big explosion. Goodness me, that must have been the big guy. Ma Ziva Wrath demands aid from House Salvation. All right, let's take out the Warbringer brig here. That was a bad shot. Let me try again. There we go. There we go. Now, if I can just get that crit spot open, I can get a legally modded holster going. Yes! That is what I like to see. That worked out beautifully. Okay, let's keep going. Take them all out. We're doing good. There's another brig over there, that way, another strong brig. Make sure you prioritize the tracer shanks. They will mess you up. You know, I like how I am, and I'm going to be self-aware here for a moment. I like how I'm constantly like, this is the strategy you need to do. These missions aren't even going to freaking exist by the time this video goes out. I guess I'm giving a guide for something that you guys can't even play anymore. But I say this, though, with the pretense, and I've always operated under this assumption that someday these activities will come back, because Bungie is storing them in the Destiny content vault. They are storing them in a place that they can absolutely be pulled from later on. There could absolutely come a time later on where, wow, I am just awful with those knives. Come a time later on where Bungie's like, you know what, let's bring this thing back because people liked it so much. I think that's where my headspace has always been at with these things, and why. And I'd like to see it come back. It would be a huge shame to lose all of this stuff forever, but I mean, at least the content. I don't care so much about the loot and the gear as much. That can absolutely go away for forever, because this is an MMO after all. But I'm just talking about these actual missions. So maybe someday this will come back. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We will see. But I think that's just kind of where I'm coming from. So if anybody is watching this and going, why are you talking about this stuff as if we can play it? Because I guess someday I hope that you guys can. I hope that we can bring these, at least a mission like this back, you know? These exotic missions are much more special. They're kind of like the third, if we were to talk about raids and dungeons, raids are kind of tier 1, dungeons are kind of tier 2, and these are kind of tier 3, where they're interesting. They're much more advanced than standard campaign missions. They've actually got like meaty things going on, and yeah, they have a place in the game, I think, where they should be. You should be able to play them over and over and over again. But I don't know. I guess I'm maybe the only one who feels that way. Maybe Bungie doesn't ever think that that'll ever happen. But who's to really say? I am going to just super this guy. There we go. Wow, one shot it. That was a perfect set of knives there. Wow, I cannot land my shots. It was a great knife and then a terrible follow-up. Get out of here. Okay, all of those are dead. Now, if we can just clear out these guys, we should be mostly okay here. Please go away. I'm getting really sick of you. Almost got them all. Don't we need to pretend to get captured? Because I feel like we're doing way too good of a job for that to happen. But okay. All right, guys, it's time to go commit a war crime, whatever the heck that's supposed to mean in the context of Destiny. We're literally blowing things up and disemboweling stuff and killing them in the worst ways we possibly can. That right there, that explosion off of their head should be considered a war crime. But whatever. Down we go. You know, this certainly feels like Bray exoscience. Not really all that special, but alas. Oh no! We're locked in a room. Can I leave? Maybe, I mean, I guess I can. Hello? Oh no, that's right, I gotta surrender my weapons. Here you go. Oh man, I've been captured. Son of a gun. What am I gonna do now?
I cannot believe they fell for that. Transmat access acquired. Weapons incoming. Neutralize the crew and get to the front of the catch.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's messed up. Well, we got our weapons back. Here we go. All right, let's break out. Kill all these guys along the way. Yeah, this is apparently so evil, blah, blah, blah. And also, you can absolutely break out these Braytech security frames by scanning all these things. They are able to help you shoot your way out. I think it's funny that they were captured as well. I don't know why you guys thought that would be a good idea to capture those things. They're not living creatures. They're robots whose sole purpose is to just kill and shoot things. So that seems a little bit foresighted, but whatever. And there we go. All right, can I get out of here? Let's keep going. How does my handprint work exactly? Oh, this will be fun. All right, let's take out these turrets. Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to use my shotgun for this. Pardon. Thank you. I grabbed special ammo anyway, so it's all good. Now. Oh, we got more. Hold on. Gosh, those things hurt. And this is where things get really, really fun. All right. Can we get out of here? I think we can.
You're going to need to jump carefully to get back down to the station.
All right, so real quick, I will pause for a moment so that we can admire the view. This is freaking incredible. I mean, okay, hold on. Look at this. Look at this shot of the Traveler just sitting there on top of the last city. I don't think we've ever seen it like that before. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. Okay, this is one of my favorite moments in all of Destiny, but the raid, Deep Stone Crypt, has a moment like this where Deep Stone Lullaby will actually play. And there's a high possibility I'm never going to be able to show you guys that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to overlay that song over this part and just shut up for a while until we get back into the station so you guys can all enjoy this. So I'm going to turn the game audio down a bit, and we're going to play this song. And, well, I hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, I don't think it quite hits the same if you play it over that particular spacewalk, because as beautiful as that is, I still think that the quietness of the... I mean, don't get me wrong, you still fight enemies in that portion during... so the actual gunplay being there is authentic, but There's a lot more of a quiet, muted tone to the way it's done in the actual raid itself, so I feel like that just kind of fits the mood of the song better. But I didn't want to deprive you guys of that experience, at least to a degree, just because of how unbelievably cool it is. It's one of the best moments in Destiny, and if we can at least get a diet version of that, which, I mean, let's be honest, this mission already is, I feel like it's worth listening to just a little bit because of how cool it is. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next episode, we are going to be finishing up Operation Seraph's Shield once and for all. We got to finish up a boss fight, and then we actually got the final boss as well to take care of. And looking forward to that. It's going to be a great one. Of course, we're going to also wrap up this portion of the quest in its entirety. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all then.